Hey, what's up? How you doing? This is Raion Date from the Hot Shit Podcast. We talk all things anime and nerd. And I'm actually doing something for the Blerd Spot. Shout out to Messiah. And I'm holding it down for blerds around the city. So we do a D&D thing, Dungeons and Dragons, that real nerdy stuff where we talk and kind of do collaborative storytelling. And we thought it was great to bring it to blerds and to people in the community. And so with me today, I get to have this conversation with two pillars of that community. And they are here.
So just doing this one thing. I know we did like a so millennial. Yeah.
So yeah, well, I guess I'll start over this way. So introduce yourself to the folks.
I am Sachi, general Brooklyn Gremlin. I love all things nerd. I'm an anime manga creator. I talk about pop culture. I do gaming, esports host in general. Cosplayer, and I also love fashion, but it's a whole different story. You guys will have to just come into my world and you will see all that. But yeah, I love nerdy stuff, and I love world building, and I love storytelling. Yes. So I am so excited for this.
Yes. And hi, everyone. My name is Anuli, aka Anuli. I'm a all-around just menace to society and fairy girl who does like little fairy events every year. Mischievous elf, if you've ever seen my elf videos, and a little bit of a DIY girly. So I also kind of build my own, worlds with my fashion and my random crafts and my random elf shenanigans. So this is definitely real exciting for me.
So all right, so we have a resident gremlin. And we have, what did you say?
A menace to society.
Menace to society. All right, I want to make sure we covered all the bases. Right? So yeah, all right. So what we're doing here is we're just having a conversation about like creating characters for Dungeons and Dragons. And so with like that being said, I am simply going to kind of walk you through what this area looks like, and then we're gonna kind of move it to you. So I'm just gonna walk you through. So this is a place called Raion, and in the town of Raion, it is a seaport kind of district and a town in which we know that all of the best transports and cargo and merchant ships come in to dock. It is the season of plenty, where the trees here are representative of what kind of the fall is like, but way cooler. There's all sorts of hues in the trees, from cerulean all the way to gold, and you can see it kind of as they grow and sprout up down this main walkway down to the docks, which you talked about. And so here, a lot of adventurers, travelers come to find out what's on these docks and what's going to be in the shipment so they can get one up on any quests or things that they're trying to do like that. The air is very crisp. Like I said, it's kind of that fall idea. And so it's a very crisp air. Not too much air off the breathing there, but it's just cool enough that I could bring over an extra coat if I needed to. There are, a guild hall towards the middle, a bar and a tavern here as well, because it's not really a hub, but just a place that people kind of stop by until you get to the docking area. And so it's here that we would find our adventurers. And so what I would like to do is I'm gonna start with Saj. So this is the thing. What would your character like? What would you like your character to do? Are you fighting? Are you casting? What are you doing?
I feel like I would be like lore keeper vibes, collecting stories. Maybe not the person that tells them in the town. I forgot what that's called. The
the yellers, right?
Yeah, exactly. But like,
Yeah.
or maybe like the resident journalist kind of thing.
Okay.
I
So
feel like I'll be collecting stories
so that means
from past travelers or travelers from all over.
Oh, okay. Keep that. So now for you, what would your character be doing? Are you a caster? Do you fight? What do you do?
I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. So I feel like I would definitely be maybe like a healing type.
Okay.
So sort of a healer through either, I don't know, like maybe, I don't know, sort of like a jester kind of thing that's like, my jokes are healing.
That is hilarious. So both of you are a leaning bard. And actually, I
Yeah.
can't wait to when the the comments pop up for this to see what people think of the classes that we're going to work through. So both of you seen Bard. So lore bards are the ones that kind of write down stories, tell
Right.
stories, and can cast with the ability. So bards, as you know, anybody who doesn't know who's watching this, bards cast through their arts and their proficiency with the arts. So they cast with charisma because they're very good at the skill. So whether they're musicians, dancers, and stuff of that nature, they cast like that. And so that's why I'm thinking when you say in telling stories and like even like poetry, all that stuff lands itself there. And then you're like, as a jester, I would tell jokes, and this was how. Then you end up in the same place, kind of, unless like you were like a cleric, and then you'd be a trickster cleric because they're also into like doing kind of sneaky stuff, making doubles of themselves, minor illusions and stuff of that nature, and still being able to heal and use other spells. So,
Whatever's the most unhinged.
Trickster.
trickster cleric is given a
Yeah.
name. So
Perfect.
and then and now we can even like make up who like your deity is, and that deity can also be about the funny stuff,
Oh,
right?
yes.
So so now we have an idea. So we go bard cleric. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. So then I guess let's continue. So now, well, for you already said lore. So you're a lore bard.
Yeah.
So you're College of Lore, which means you get a bunch of extra spells from different places. But then you start out with these cool, like as a bard, you get what we call expertise. So whatever you're really good at, you're really good at. So normally you'll be proficient at something, which will add just proficiency to the dice. So we roll a d20, you'll probably add like +5 at level 1 or whatever case is. But when you have expertise, it's almost doubled. So you're like almost always guaranteed to pass this roll. So when you say you're good at telling stories and stuff like that, would you say your expertise is in, would it be like the history of things to gather that lore, or would it be how you tell it, so the performance of it?
Gathering, like getting the information,
Okay.
talking to the people of the town, and keeping archiving kind of stuff,
yeah,
like
so-
archiving those stories. So when someone passed and they're like, "Did a guy in a blue suit come here?"
And
And
you're
I'm
like,
like, "Yes,
"I'm
3
on
weeks
it."
ago for 1,000%, and he told me this story. Come sit down."
Okay, so yeah, so definitely like history checks,
Yeah.
and stuff like so history and perception.
Yeah.
Being able to read the room, patience.
And if I don't like you, I may lie.
I mean, well, bards get deception because that's charisma.
There you go.
Charisma
There
check.
you go.
So you're good. Okay, solid. And so then for you, so like we said, we talked about the whole trickster idea, right? What was it you called yourself again? I'm always gonna go back to that in the beginning.
It's like a
Menace to society. Yeah, so I feel like we roll with that as we continue. So I really enjoy like that idea. So when we're rolling with that menace to society idea, so then the cool thing about clerics in D&D, so normally there are, based off of in the worlds that I build, I have a specific pantheon of gods and stuff like that. So, but even for you, if you made it to be this way, I would be like, so what do we want this to be? Right? So so I guess when we say that, you get to pick a symbol that represents you. What symbol would be of, I guess, your practice? Yeah, so like,
The evil laugh.
the evil laugh. It would be a peach because it looks like a butt.
I'm here for it. Okay, so it would be a peach.
Little peach.
Would it be like a peach with like filigree around it?
Oh
and
yes,
sit
a
properly
very,
on
yes,
it?
a very upscale peach.
Oh.
Upscale.
Very fancy peach.
Okay. So we're getting through. So now we've made it through that. So now races. What would your character be?
And I've been thinking about this. I was thinking about this on the car too. Half elf.
Okay.
I don't want to be full elf. I don't know what else half I want to be, but I only want to be half elf and something else. What are our choices?
So
Or is it anything?
there's a lot of choices. I don't want to just shoehorn you in choices. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. What do you want to be? And then we work our way around it.
Okay.
That's why I like to play D&D, because I don't like to tell my characters you can't do something unless it's like literally the farthest thing from the rules possible. And even then, I still might say yes. So
So and this could be me being super Odyssey brain at the moment because Odyssey. Dude from Hercules with the wings on his feet.
Achilles.
Achilles? No.
is it or
Is
no?
Hermes.
Hermes.
Yes.
Hermes.
So
we got
like
off the camera help.
yeah. So like that kind of like I'm talking to everyone. I know in this world I like people. So I'm talking to everyone and I'm social and stuff. So I feel like being like half of like a race like the elves, where it's like I know, and I don't know about in your world, but I know in some worlds like elves, like they look at them as like bad, or like there's always
look down
some
a bit.
drama
Yeah.
with
Mhm.
elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So it's like I come from that, but then also like I don't know, I like wings.
Gotcha.
What has wings? I want to be half elf and half wings.
So there are only certain races that have wings automatically. And so what those would be like winged tieflings and stuff like that that you have to rule in for. However, if you're part celestial, then you can turn your wings on.
I like that.
Every once a long rest. So, and then they sprout out, you have a flying speed, and you actually get extra abilities and power based off of that transformation a day.
1000%.
And that kind of adds into the idea and the intrigue of like, I come from an elven like lineage, so like I know they look down on people, but also I come from this like lineage that people look up to, and it's this weird mixture. And now I'm collecting history, and I live longer than most because I'm an elf. So now you get to see and gather this lore and tell the stories. And people also look to you in lore as like this kind of mythical being. Like if you ever popped up in a story, your character would be known. Like, who's this elven creature with wings, right?
And it's like you only know I got wings if like I let you know I got wings.
Yeah, right. When the time comes up.
Exactly.
So solid. See, okay. And for you,
Yes.
what do you think you would be?
I was thinking like something with wings, but also maybe like a pixie kind of, because I always think of like
Yes, a very fairy
sort of a
vibes.
trickster as a pixie.
Yes.
Who guessed that Anuli was gonna pick? Who did that? I don't know who guessed this, but it made, I don't know.
I've always been called a pixie and very like, mischievous, and I feel like they're cute but also unassuming, so like we can get away with things in some ways. So
like how Tinkerbell was.
yes,
like
how Tinkerbell,
she was very like cutesy fairy, but also like she
also
had
the-
like an attitude.
Yes,
and she was
attitude,
like very
attitude,
herself.
like a little bit like what's the word? Just
I like the trickster thing.
Yeah,
It's very
the trickster,
trickster.
yeah,
Because that is
exactly.
like lore-wise, pixies play tricks and they
exactly.
hit
fake
stuff.
creatures are
and-
fake creatures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fake creatures are fake creatures.
Exactly.
That's what they
we
do.
love chaos. Like we love like like you got something in your shirt.
Yeah. They steal your
So,
socks.
they
and your
say-
sleep.
Yeah, right. And it's literally the idea of it. So whenever I see like fake creatures written in stories and like lore, I'm always like, whenever they're not like this, I'm like, is it really?
And
Right,
there's
right.
not a lot of them either. Like they're always written so like cutesy and ethereal now. But like I love a good
I
like
love a good,
pixie.
But even
kinda-
in Baldur's Gate, when you're in the other side, you run into this pixie that's like caught in a glass, and you let it out, and the first thing it does is cuss you out.
Yes. Oh my god.
She's like, that's
I love that.
It was
Like,
like-
first of all, I was chilling in there. It had free Wi-Fi. What are you talking about?
It has cussed you out, and then it only does you a favor because you let it out, and then it leaves you in the darkness and it's just like playing around. Then it pops back up in another area and leaves again. I'm like,
Right.
Yeah.
But we
I love
are.
that.
But I feel as pixies though, like we do have a conscience.
and now she's the character already. And she wants you. Okay, all right, cool. So,
We and I.
Yeah, my pixie people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel as though we are very, we want to help you out, but we're also kind of like we can be a little self-centered, So we're like, well, thank you anyway. So I'm gonna go do my thing, but if you need help, I guess I'm gonna be here.
Like I may
So
pop back up or
I may
something.
pop in, you know what I'm saying? So I got you. Shoot.
But then I agree. So it gives that trickster energy, and there are fairies and pixie as an actual race in D&D, so you can do that. So you occupy smaller space. You can actually fly in spaces that other people occupy. Still, obviously, right?
Oh, I love
And stuff like that. And so now you can always, even if you use like your pixie dust, it can be part of your minor illusions because that comes as a spell you get automatically.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we be friends in this world? Because
Of
I want to
course you
send her places to get information for me. Because she can fit in places that I can't. You feel me? So then it's like she just flies back through into my home and she's like, "This is what I heard."
Right?
And just like that is canon. So that's how that would work.
I love that.
So because we're technically like writing the backstories as we
Right.
talk this through. So if you were like, we knew each other,
Yeah.
then that's perfectly fine. And so that would work. And and as you are a menace to society, I would assume that you came to the ethereal regular plane just because you felt like messing with people.
Exactly. I was
And
like,
and
oh,
whoever it
wow.
is that is giving you this power kind of like let you in to be
Hell
like,
yeah.
hey, wreak havoc and cause tricks and all the things you need to do on all the
Absolutely.
people in these towns and places. And at some point in time, that's when you ran into a storyteller.
Yeah.
Because how else can you find out how to twist what people are trying to look for besides a storyteller telling stories?
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Exactly.
Love it. So, boom, just
Precisely.
here we go. So we have already had classes, subclasses, races, and abilities, just like that. And see, it's that easy to get into D&D, everybody.
That's so fun.
See?
When you have a great dungeon master.
Yes. Dungeon Master.
So, all right, so and it was funny. We got through that even faster than I thought we would. I love it. So now let's get into like description. So like what like hair color and what
Ooh,
what do you look like?
This is so fun.
Shining purple, long,
Of course,
wavy.
purple, yes.
Mhm.
That's her
Um, But there's like some of the strands are silver because I always got to have some tinsel, and I don't know if there's tinsel in your world, so we just gonna give me some silver highlights.
Whatever tinsel will be called in the before times, so is.
There we go. We got ancient tinsel in my hair. My wings definitely silver, and everything else. Since I am half elven, I feel like my jewelry. I'm very big on silver jewelry, so like metal everywhere. But and then it'll be like dressed like this, but then like metal everywhere, like metal. Like I probably have like armor over fabric. I love hard and soft, so I love like.
Or like the mixture of like how it could be nice. So like even if it was like pauldrons, but like lighter pauldrons that match your outfit, not too ridiculous, and then going down to the normal and fitting out. That sounds dope.
So like it'll be like pauldrons, but then like it's over like a flowing dress, or like a flowing dress with a corset.
Because she makes costumes. So, like you see how we're going through the idea. Like she knows how she's getting through this.
Oh no, I've designed the character in my head. Like we both be like just like this is the character I'm gonna be today. Like so this is great for us.
Gotcha. So So yeah, that's pretty dope. So then I guess I'm gonna move to her for her descriptions, but while I move to her, I want you to think about the fact that since you are a lore bard, you carrying a quill or a pen in the before times is important. Yes. What does that look like for you? And we'll get back to you in a second.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So now as we get to you, so now what do you look like?
Oh my God.
We know that you're smaller, but
I'm a skinny queen. So definitely a 40-inch bust down, but platinum white with a little bit of sparkle. Edges always on fleek for sure. Me personally, I always love a cute little like low cut, like off the shoulder, maybe flowers, just around my perimeter.
Put that picture in there. She does that. She did that in real life.
Oh, I do that in real life. And then very iridescent type fabric, cause a little see through, cause I'm a little slutty.
She's allowed to be. She's a pixie.
I'm a pixie, and also technically pixies, we just be running around like a little naked.
Yeah, they be naked. They usually naked.
So listen, I'm putting on clothes for y'all. So, and that's the best I can do. So a little something, cute and low cut.
The wings, are they the classic 2 up, 2 down? Ooh. Are they just 2 big ones that go to the side? Like, what do they look like?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say they look like really like kind of like dragonfly wings. I love those types of wings, but they're like more upward.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like long, but like iridescent and just, very dragonfly. Because I love dragonflies. Gotcha. I feel like they're also very like mystical kind of
that idea,
creatures. So I would have that.
And they're 2 up, 2 down, and wide at the same time.
And wide,
they're the proper mixture of both whenever you look at a dragonfly. That's great.
Exactly. So
I'm learning more than I thought I would in this conversation.
Yes. And thigh-high boots.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Makes sense.
The funniest thing about you saying that, so in the world that I've written, it's called Tothea, and the realm beside is the Fae realm there. And the queen of the Fae walks around with nothing on.
Period. That's
She's like, mother.
Walks around with nothing on, and she's like this. She has the way that she has been the queen is like you can see the magic runs through her all the time. So it's like it almost looks like paint on her body, and it kind of moves to where she wants it to move depending on what she is. And she's really big. She's like mountain tall, but can shrink to like walk among mortals. She's a mess. She's coquettish, she's whimsical, and she's outside. And she don't even like run her castle because she would rather be hello.
Definitely came from that lineage.
As she should. As she should. I like that.
Right? So what is our pen or quill or whatever?
I want the pen to match my wings, and I want angel wings. So I feel like the pen is like very feathery, but like not skinny feathery, like just floof. Like like floof, and then it's a feather, and so it's your typical feather quill kind of thing, but like the top has like kind of like a floof going to match the wings.
That's actually, so in my brain I see it's kind of cool. Like if your wings are out during a moment you're casting spells and the pen is in your hand. So because as a bard you cast from your focus, which would be most likely the pen, right? So that's kind of a cool idea. So now that we get there, I guess the next question I'm gonna ask: what does your magic look like? What color is it? Because we know that you have the purple and the silver for like your like what seems to be like your outlines and your colors. So what does the magic cast look like? Because your wings are probably
definitely say lilac, or even like maybe it depends on what type of magic. Like if say I'm casting a spell that has to do with like earth or something like that. Maybe then it's like a kind of like moss matcha green
Okay.
aura. If I'm doing something where it's like a very powerful spell, definitely some form of like lilac purple. I'm never getting rid of that color.
Yeah, it was out there. We see the theme. We see
If
the
I'm
theme.
casting like a love spell, it's like cutesy pink.
Okay.
So like I want to say my magic changes color depending on the theme of the spell, or like even maybe the not cause of the spell, but like the
what it's gonna do, like the
the
effect.
purpose, the
Yeah,
effect,
the effect of it.
exactly.
Got you. Yeah, solid. Okay, so that's good with that. And so you are, like we said, we're menace to society, and we know what the color of we know what the wings are, but what does casting look like for you? Like what does that like what color is your pixie dust? When your wings flap a little faster to cast stuff, what kind of aura comes off of those?
I would definitely say like a baby pink, because like it's very like cute, feminine, and then also like a little bit of some gold glitter. And
That's cool.
when I cast spells, what are those little plants called where you like dandelions?
Yes.
Mhm.
So it looks like little
Nice.
bits of dandelions when I cast my little spells.
That is so cool, because like you could just like see your character floating and like whisking one out of like thin air as it materializes into your hand, and you kind of like blow this way, and then like the illusion that comes off it does what it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
And or even when you cast your healing spell, it would do the same thing. It's like that. See, that's why we love D&D. I love to describe. Like, this is what makes stuff fun. Like, people have combat. They're like, oh, I hit this person, do this damage. It's like, no, you have to describe what your character does, and that's what makes it fun. And that's why.
What does your attack look
and
like?
right? What that's me. I'm like, what does it look like when you do that, right? And so, but that's what makes D&D fun. Like, and even with people watching this who are getting into it, like, did you see how we just like told the story by creating the characters? Like, this is kind of the point. And so, like, if we ran it, it would be amazing. So I guess the last thing is like, I know this might be tricky. This takes me the longest. What would your names be? This is what takes the longest for me.
Yeah.
I struggle
always
with this.
have like a list, and it's like picking one is always like,
oh my gosh.
hmm.
Oh, I used to have a list of like really like fantastical names that if ever I needed in this very moment.
Me too. Until it's time to give them, and then they're all gone.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
it's the
like-
greatest.
Oh, I'm going back to one of my old faves,
Oh my
which is
gosh.
technically my VTuber name, but it's fine.
Yeah.
My name will be Gidget.
Gidget.
Yeah, just Gidget, no last name. We don't
Okay.
do last names over here.
You know what's funny is that's a very celestial thing.
You see, there you go. It's like it's just Gidget. Like you can't tell, boy, girl, don't matter. Gidget.
My name would be, oh my gosh, there's so many, because I was like ephemera or like opal. Because opal's just like,
I love how you say ephemera.
What? Opal.
opal is just like
Opal. Opal.
The duality of a character.
Right.
I know, somewhere between that, or like Galilea. Like I love the name Galileo and Galilea
It's a cool play on it.
or Gaia. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I would say
Maple
maybe.
Story.
Oh,
No, I'm having Maple Story flashback.
I feel like ephemera, maybe.
Okay.
Or do we like Galilea?
I like ephemera because
Yeah.
it sounds feminine but also powerful.
Yes.
And I feel like you want your pixie to have both of those qualities.
Yes, and also ephemeral as like the
Yes,
the
exactly.
word.
Yeah, I
It's
figured
like,
that's where it's coming from. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't like last. Like, is that the definition? Like ephemeral.
Well, like, so the
it's
ephemeral,
like
ethereal, like those are like the ideas and the plays on like state of being.
Yes.
So
yeah.
it's cool to like, especially because you're casting illusions, you're doing this, and you come from a different realm. Like a lot of that play on it makes sense.
Oh, okay, ephemera then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
perfect.
Yeah. So okay. So I we really got this quickly. That was great. Like
You brought
it was
really like imaginative.
I was like, I have not used my imagination like this in so long, and this is so
great. This is great.
amazing.
I mean, D&D is amazing, and like I said in the intro, I was like, I knew who to start with. I was like, we're gonna have a conversation.
I'm gonna draw this character.
Yeah, me too. I'm already
And I
thinking
might,
about like
I think I'm gonna
designing
send it to you just so you can
Please.
see what like, because this really is like, wow. Actually, these are things I think about in the back of my head, but when will I ever have a chance to like talk about it?
And I'm so glad you said that on camera, because that's why we want Blerds to get into D&D.
Yes.
Collaborative storytelling is what we
It's so
want to share with
cool.
everybody, because what we just did now, we could run a campaign from right now and write a story, and it would be great. My brain already made a couple. I could literally walk you through the beginning right now, just based off of what you guys said you could be. And so I think like when we talk about that, that's the idea. And so shameless plug. That's why you should come out to D&D run by TheBlerdspot, because this is where we get to have these conversations like this to create stories and tell them the way that we just did.
Do it or
Also,
cast a spell on you.
If you want a campaign where I get to have these wonderful characters in it, you should also let us know. So that way I can tell Messiah from the Blerd Spot that we should do that on camera. And
you should
you could watch it.
comment that. Or I will cast a spell on it.
Yes.
I already know all y'all information. That's what I do. So
I'll cast
play if
a
you want.
spell,
No.
and it'll tickle your butt cheeks forever.
Yeah. And I'm
Menace
sending
to
her
society.
Yeah.
What that is, it's on brand for the character she picked. I'm not even, we know it makes
Every
sense.
time
the
you feel an
tagline.
itch, every time your
It's
butt
me.
itches, that's
me.
me.
It's-
That's
Perfect.
Being the actual character who is not silly in this campaign would be stressful because of you.
Mhm. The one that's always like the stone face.
The Batman character just be like,
It's like, can we not?
can we not?
And it's just us two like, but
I
why
love
not?
causing stress for all of those who are very like stoic. I'm like, stress. It was so fun.
Well, thank y'all for creating characters with us here. And so now for the rest of you, if you ever hear of the tales of Gidget and Ephemera, you know that at some point in time, someone was telling stories and the other one was causing mischief. And it might have been at the same time while they were trying to get whatever they were trying to get done.
Definitely a
But
duo.
we will have more character creation and more story creation. But if you ever land in the city and the town of Raion, based off of the world that I've written, be careful. Because if you see dandelions, you may not want to go that direction. So
Just know.
Don't worry, you just come to me and I'll tell you that everything's fine. I'm the lore girl here, like I got you. There's no and then
I'll be
take them.
taking. Yeah. Hit you with my little.
and now it's
Rob 'em
canon.
of all your shekels.
and now it's canon.
Yes,
Yeah,
and steal your lunch money.
So thanks for watching. Please make sure that you follow. I'm gonna get all their socials where it belongs. I mean, they're cooler than me, so you probably knew their socials before you knew mine in the first place. Support the Blerd Spot and the things that they're doing, and of course, Hasha the podcast, where we talk all things anime and nerd. So this is where I get to say, stay nerdy, my friends. Jale.